You know, I'm sitting here thinking, and it actually dawned on me how sparse the amount of quality black villains we have in modern media. Like, yeah, everybody talks about Cottonmouth or the albino dude from Black Lightning.
I always say you can't trust a big-lipped, barrel-chest, nappy-headed, bug-eyed, slew-footed Negro as far as you can throw him.
But those shows are targeted towards black folks with a primarily black cast. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, but like, I need to see them elsewhere, you feel me? But to my joy and elation, this man, Pucci Mane, is absolutely magnificent as the antagonist to part 6. Also, real quick, I'm gonna be talking about some absolutely massive, ridiculous, milky, juicy, succulent, veiny spoilers about part 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and the series after that part. So, yeah, leave if you don't want to get spoiled. Make sure you leave a like, though. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, before any of you dickheads hop in my comments talking about some Pucci isn't black, Pucci isn't black, he's Italian. I understand something. Listen, you can look the back of my he black today, okay? He's black today! Fuck is you talking about? This man Pucci is so raw, dude. I'm writing this script trying not to get to the real meat of the video yet, but we gotta lay some pipe beforehand. I mean pipe work, same thing. So Enrico Pucci was born into a wealthy family and wanted to follow his dream of becoming a priest, but after tripping over Dio sleeping like Nosferatu in a church, he was smitten by this man. This is definitely an unpopular opinion that I hold, but after watching Stone Ocean, Pucci is definitely my favorite JoJo antagonist. Dio comes second though. Okay, but seriously, what the fuck was Dio doing under this pew? Why didn't he sleep in a coffin or like in the basement or some shit?
Boy, if you don't get
Dio pretty much seducts Pucci Mane in his first encounter, and I gotta say, I really don't blame him. Dio Brando has what the young kids call W-Riz. Man could seduce me to get me out of my drawers. I would have no problems. I mean, I ain't ashamed. Anyway, so Dio ends up talking to this man Pucci about the concept of gravity, not Isaac Newton's gravity, but gravity. And not John Mayer, but gravity. Essentially, in this context, gravity is what attracts people together and what helps them find each other. Gravity could be synonymous with fate in this case. Dio and Pucci end up becoming the bestest of friends. Like, bro, me and my girl don't even lay in the bed like this. I mean, there ain't no way they ain't doing a little bit of catch the missionary, if you know what I mean. Anyway, after Dio's death, Pucci decides that his life's mission will revolve around attaining heaven, and believe me, I'll go over what heaven is later, don't you worry about it. Pucci begins a plan to revive Dio, but long story short, it gets foiled. Pucci knew of some instructions that Dio had for him to reach heaven in his diary, but Jotaro burned it. So Pucci hatches a plan to use his stand ability to steal Jotaro's memory and attain the instructions that way. In my opinion, Pucci's stand White Snake has one of the coolest abilities we've seen in JoJo so far, as he can turn someone's memories or their stands into a CD. Now, how do I feel about them making a black man hand out mixtapes in a predominantly Asian anime? But regardless, it actually is pretty cool. I'm not gonna get into every single plot point because, as y'all know, JoJo is actually pretty fire, and part 6 is my favorite part besides part 4. So I'd definitely say it's worth a watch. So yeah, go check that out. Pucci sends an assassin, the emphasis on the ass, cause God, named John Golly to get rid of Jotaro and Jolene, but after they escape this room full of Nickelodeon splooge, John Golly is sitting there holding the fattest L in Hitman history. Pucci casually walks over to this man, and John Golly thinks that Pucci Mane's gonna help him get back on his feet and like get him his cane back or some shit. Nah, Pucci ends up shooting this blind man. Like, God, it's just so foul, bro. Like, this ain't holy, bro. But the fact that this man didn't even know you got a gun raised to his head is just absolutely wild. Pucci ends up getting a drop on Jotaro and straight up snatches Star Platinum as well as Jotaro's memory, leaving him this empty husk. The way he left this man Jotaro after he took his memory is so disrespectful. Like, this man was chiefing the fuck out of Joestar Pack. Oh my god. Pucci meets with Sports Max. Yes, I'm so serious. This nigga's name is Sports Max. This Cars 2 ass name. This JC Penney ass name. Walmart brand Dick's Sporting Goods ass name. He asked Sports Max to revive Dio with the bone of his that he had, which is still really odd that he has this. There's a lot of wacky and, dare I say, bizarre stuff that happens in the show all the time. I do feel like it's a bit contrived that he just has Dio's bone on him. Like, why? Granted, pretty much everything that happens in the show can sometimes just be a bunch of random what the fuck, so I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, but The bone ends up disappearing and ends up flying off into the maximum security ward, and the bone ends up turning the whole population to a big ass Deku tree. And then after a while, the bone ends up becoming this green baby thing. A sentient stand, essentially. And after some time, Pucci ends up locating this green baby, and this thing just snatches him. It's actually kind of startled me at my first viewing, I'm not gonna lie. After absorbing the green baby, it actually ends up mutating his stand and gives him a new one, Sea Moon. This design is absolutely wicked for the stand, by the way. Like, Rocky never misses on his character designs, except for like the regular civilians of the world. For some reason, they are always so fucking ugly. I don't understand. Sea Moon's ability is OD as hell. Like, it can shift the gravitational pull of the world around Pucci within a certain radius to make him the center of gravity instead of the Earth. It's actually so So wicked. Pucci's goal is to get to Cape Canaveral and wait for the new moon so he can attain heaven, quote unquote. But the whole Joestar crew of Part 6 is on his ass like a lace dog. He ends up getting his shit absolutely rocked by our man with the sturdiest hat I've ever seen in fiction, Jotaro Kujo. Jotaro tries to kill his man Pucci and does some of the scariest shit I've ever seen in JoJo. He looked at Jotaro during the stop time, literally just how Jotaro did Dio in Part 3. He saw this a big ass harpoon coming at him and stop time. Like, this man is raw. Pucci is shocked that Jotaro is back, but then he says some of the wildest shit to hit this part yet. He says that instead of waiting for the new moon, he decides that, you know what? I was wrong this entire time. You guys were my friends this entire time. You guys were helping me and I just didn't realize it. Thank you. And he puts himself in the position of where the gravity is gonna land perfectly to attain heaven. He decided to speed run this shit by 3 days. 3 days, bro. This looks so goofy, by the way. Oh my God. Bro, when I tell you my mouth was agape watching this entire sequence of events unfold, like David Productions really knocked it out of the park with this adaptation, man. Kudos to them. The music and the voice acting here are top notch, and also shout out to Young Yi for voicing the English dub of Pucci. Like, I'd love to see folks on YouTube succeed. They can't find Pucci after he attains heaven, but then, well, then the fuckery starts, bro. The first thing you notice is that the clouds are moving like really fast. Then this door damn near bisects Hermes, and all across the world, weird shit starts happening. This little girl's ice cream melts like 10 seconds after she purchases it. Like, Buddy threw this baseball like 200 miles an hour. Now, you can pretty much guess what's happening from the information given, but in case you really aren't getting it, this stand, Made in Heaven, that name is metal, by the way, is, well, just only simply, you know, doing not a lot, but, you know, speeding up time in the universe. Bro, this is the most OP stand in JoJo. Like, it's literally, it's too much. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Funny Valentine and D4C, but bro, Dio ain't touching this, D4C ain't touching this, and King Crimson sure as shit ain't touching this. There is no counter for this stand, bro. You can't stop it. Bro, y'all are not ready for this man. Then Emporio ends up having to shoot them as a group all around the speed of a bullet. You'll understand what I'm saying if you read it. You gotta stay with me. And we see that they all end up in the water as they know that Pucci is about to come after them. Jotaro freezes time in an effort to catch Pucci. Holy shit. Jotaro freezes time in an effort to catch Pucci. Oh my fucking God. Jotaro freezes time in an effort to catch Pucci lacking, but unfortunately, it wasn't Pucci. He made Stone Free put their hand through Audisui's chest. And to top it off, he pulled the same trick Dio pulled on Jotaro and threw a bunch of knives before the time stopped at Jolene. Jotaro doesn't think twice about getting Jolene out of the way, but he used the one opportunity he had to kill Pucci to save his daughter, and oh boy, did he pay the price for it. After cutting Hermes' arms off, Pucci sliced Jotaro's head clean in half. Anyone else with crazy shit? Jolene still ended up getting stabbed by a straight knife, so the whole crew minus Emporio is clapped the fuck up. Pucci almost kills Emporio too, but Jolene manages to get him out of the way before strapping him to a dolphin. This part is wild, bro. Jolene entrusts her will to Emporio and has one last stand against Pucci, but it was so bad she got off screen. Pucci knocked the glasses off of her stand, bro. Like, I can't. Who can stop this man? Emporio actually screams out for Jolene, not by her name, but screaming out for his big sister, and this scene actually got me super emotional, I'm not gonna lie. Also, just for a piece of bonus trivia, you remember Oingo and Boingo, like the two clown niggas from Part 3? Yeah, they predicted Jotaro's death. Like, dude, I was flabbergasted when I found that out. Anyway, Emporio ends up getting accelerated along with everything to the end of the literal universe and wakes up in Green Dolphin Prison and ends up getting chased by Pucci Mane again. Pucci's heaven that he was trying to attain wasn't actually his stand, but a world where everyone had predisposed knowledge of future events so that they could live happy lives and live the best that they can. I kind of fuck with it, honestly, if he didn't, you know, cause a whole universe to accelerate into itself and die with everything except him and Emporio. Like, Jesus. Emporio ends up getting the drop on him with some oxygen poisoning, and I gotta say, this is one of the most cathartic moments in JoJo history. Like, I know everybody dick rides Speedwagon pretty hard, but Emporio really took the dub here, and he definitely inherited the Joestar spirit. Emporio ends up killing Pucci and winds up in a totally different universe. He sees Hermes, who looks exactly like the old one, and he sees Jolene again, but they don't know him. They look exactly like the old ones. Like, they don't look like the ones in this previous universe, but they just don't know who he is. Dude, think about it. Pucci won! Pucci Pucci Mane really took the W, bro. Like, no bullshit. This man really nuked a whole universe and casually just accelerated time into a new reality. Who can stop this man? Not Goku, not them niggas from Gurren Lagann, not Giorno. Well, actually, maybe, but that's a video I have for another time. I'll stay tuned for that. I mean, this man was something else. I'm not gonna get into his backstory because, like I said, go watch the part for yourself. But golly, this man was something else. Also, this is off script, by the way, but the stand design for Made in Heaven is crazy. I absolutely love it. Like the two legs on the horse and like the time, the clocks and all that. It's really, really well. David Productions, man, they're doing a fantastic job. But yeah, Pucci Mane is absolutely wild, man. Go watch part 6, man. Go watch Jojo. Part 1 is a bit of a slog in my opinion, and I'm not really the biggest fan of part 2, but like part 3 is good. Part 4 is my favorite, obviously. Part 5 is really good. Not my favorite though, but yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, man. Go watch that. And yeah, let me know what you guys think, man. Do you guys like Pucci? Do you guys not like Pucci? Who's your favorite antagonist of part 6? Man, you know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, guys, me, your boy Daffy, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. All right, peace.